I watched the second episode of Game of Thrones. I mean, House of the Dragon. The show's great. It's up there with the best of the best when it comes to TV. The scene on Dragonstone, amazing. Matt Smith is so amazing that it almost feels like he's essential to the show and that it's almost boring without him. But look, we gotta talk about the pedophilia in this show. I hate how they're showing this. Like, we're banning Andrew Tate as a society, but not House of the Dragon. A show that's almost normalizing pedophilia. Like, these characters better die a gruesome death or something, because so far, the show is telling us to root for them. In fact, Daemon Targaryen, who's positioned as an antagonist of sorts, is seemingly the only guy that's not trying to fuck a little girl. And even that I'm not too sure about. Also, I get that it's fictional. I don't actually believe there's a race of fireproof dragon riders. But even if the show is fictional, showing such relationships between humans is just dangerous because it validates a pedophile's mindset. What did Bruce Wayne say? Something about,
we believe there's even a 1% chance that he is our enemy. We have to take it as an absolute certainty.
Well, in that case, if there's even a slight chance that a pedophile feels any level of justification or comfort for their feelings after watching this show, then that's enough for us to consider this problematic. I also watch Only Murders in the Building. Why did I decide to give this show a chance after I'm 2 seasons late on a random August weekend? 2 words, 1 man, Paul motherfucking Rudd. I guess that turned out to be 4 words. But anyway, as soon as it came out that Paul Rudd was going to be a series regular for season 3, I was sold. I sat down to binge all 20 episodes and 2 seasons of this show overnight. Just one problem though, I had to turn it off after 4 episodes. It just felt so hard to watch. First of all, I'm not nostalgic about any of these actors. I was definitely more of a Kim Possible guy than a Wizards of Waverly Place guy. But what made this show truly unwatchable is just how unbalanced the show's tone is. It definitely fails at balancing being a comedic, quirky, generation-spanning murder mystery. Moments of seriousness are undercut by failed attempts at humor because all the characters seem like they're in a different show. And moments of humor fail because usually it's taking place in what is a pretty traumatic situation. The unbalanced feeling of this show is personified in its musical theme. Like, whose idea was it to make the Harry Potter jingle the main theme for a show about a brutal murder mystery? I mean, you know a show's failed when a dog gets poisoned and I can't make myself care.
And I killed Sparky too.
I also watched this YouTube boxing documentary. It's just so well done. Like, just go watch it. Even me, someone who was not at all invested in influencer boxing, was blown away by this video. I mean, you just go show this creator some love. Now, about the actual boxing, one thing I learned, well, I guess I always knew this, but one thing I found crazy is that these fights consistently end on judges scoring them. Like, these guys would go 10 rounds and then the winner would be determined by, out of 3 judges, who gets the highest total score. Well, I mean, what are we doing? Like, imagine if you're watching the NBA finals and it's a tie game at the end of 4 quarters and then we go to judges and then they're like, all right, based on shot location and your dribbling skills, this guy gets a 10. Like, it would be so fraudulent. Just play till someone scores the next point, or fight till someone gets tired and surrenders, or someone just gets knocked out. Why are we leaving the outcome of a fight to a judge? I also watched the Dune trailer. The world of Dune has always felt so boring, but not this. This has a weight to it, an energy, a story. The colorful visuals, the spinning camera, going from beautiful deserts, yearning for exploration, to a giant threatening sand pussy. Sand has never been more compelling. Even Anakin would love this. Take notes, Deneve. This is how you make Dune worth our time. I also watched Beast. Look, I'm already scared of dogs, cats, squirrels, and pigeons. So for me, this movie was unbelievable the second that a giant lion was running at Idris Elba and he decided to kick it in its face. Like, bro, I ain't fighting no lion. I am either running away or I'm just like, man, I got to watch Avengers Endgame. I'm good. I'm ready to go now. Specifically about this movie though, it's not some cinematic masterpiece, but it's a fun fun cinematic experience. Are there unbelievable moments? Sure. But overall, I think it keeps you engaged enough. Just watching Idris Elba in this movie, this very normal movie, you see how he's such a effortless actor that him just being here and his performance makes this movie seem just that much more respectable. But oh boy, is he a horrible father. His character in this movie, man, his kids hate him because every chance he had in this movie, he was leaving his kids alone. There would be a lion coming at them or in the forest somewhere, and he'd just be like, hey guys, I'm gonna just head over there to check out what's going on, leaving these kids just stranded in the middle of nowhere. I do want to talk about some of the directing choices in this movie, and specifically this camera technique of always keeping the camera moving and not just static on a still shot. So I thought for the most part it really worked. We would be in some small area and the camera would just follow the characters around. I thought that technique really worked in the more action-packed, tense moments of the movie. But it felt like the director got a bit carried away. Sometimes at the start of the movie, we would just watch two characters talking to each other and then the camera would just move around them. Like bro, just sit the camera down. Let me watch these two talk. I don't need you to pan around them in a circle while they're just having a simple conversation about someone's dead wife. Just let the actors act, bro. I also watched SheHulk episode 3. Look, this show is still not good, but it's just an easy watch. When it's making MCU specific jokes, it's great. Wong's joke about a memory wipe spell is amazing. A lot of Jen's fourth wall breaking is great. The courtroom scenes, as the writer said, they had no legal TV show writers, and it shows. Like, this shit is absolutely trash, bro. The action, they oftentimes fail at completely. But when the show is focused on comedy and specifically making MCU jokes, I think it works, and the show's a pretty easy watch. And of course, that Megan Thee Stallion end credit scene. You know, some people are mad and called it cringy and unwatchable. I don't know. I didn't see it as anything more different than what Star-Lord was doing or Zemo was doing. In fact, I thought they should have went further. That should have been the moment where She-Hulk ripped her clothes and turned her pantsuit into booty shorts. Why was it so tame?